Hey everyone, today we are back fixing more AI character designs that are trash. The last video I did over this was received pretty well, and a few people asked me to do some more, so I decided that I'm gonna go ahead and just milk the content since AI milks content from us. So let's go ahead and do that today. The piece I'm choosing to fix today is of a cowgirl character design. This is a piece that has the notorious fucked up AI generated things to it, such as the messed up hands. The face is really wonky. I think the AI really tried to make it a cow face, and the lips take up a good portion of the bottom half. The character doesn't even have a nose in the original, I don't believe, and the hands are talon-like. So I went ahead and thought that this was a really good candidate for me to redo. Now, I struggle with poses when it comes to poofy dresses. I don't know why. I just have a hard time figuring out where I want the legs to go, where I need the knees to be. So I adjusted this pose a few times before deciding to essentially scrap the idea and completely start over. So that is what I decided to do. So I tried a different pose with a more dynamic setting with the dress. But I ended up not really vibing with this one either, so I decided it was time to head over to Pinterest and look for some poses that I could start with as a base. So the second one in on this Pinterest post I thought was very cute, and I thought would fit the character well, so I wanted to go ahead and just use that pose. So I went ahead and drew that, and I feel like it matches a lot better. Now, in the third picture on the AI image, she's holding something that looks like a bag. It kind of looks like a grocery bag, but it's like all messed up because it almost looks like a handkerchief in a way. So I ended up putting her hand kind of down, and then later on I'll add actually like a purse to the character, and I think it ends up working out really well. So I'm just going in and adjusting the final points on the pose, getting the face kind of how I want it. My sketch is usually pretty messy because I'm just going to paint over it anyways. I don't do line art, so it's just kind of part of the process. I'm really not great at drawing feet, so you're going to see me struggle with these feet quite a few times here. And then now I'm just kind of refining some details of the hair and getting ready to start the painting process. I did decide to go ahead and just color pick the base colors off of the AI image. I just figured it was easier for me to start off of that. But I do end up adding my own personal flair to the colors later on into the piece. So here I am filling in all of the colors. The base colors are gonna be on one layer. And then I switch the sketch layer to hard light and fill it with a dark pink, and that allows it to blend well with the piece as I'm painting and not allow it to get gray and muddy. That's just kind of a personal preference. I usually always do that with my paintings. And then I gave her a gold cowbell, and then I'm just filling in the accents on the face. I liked the pink lips, so I gave her pink lips, and then I decided to add a blue background so I had something to go off of for ambient lighting so that I could color her a little bit differently than just being black and pink. And now I'm on the layer above the sketch and the base color, and I'm starting my rendering process. So I really enjoy redraws soft paint brush. That's my favorite brush to paint with. I even use it for sketches, and that's usually what I use 90% of the time. And then I went ahead and just kind of laid down the colors for the face and got some of the shading laid out. and I copied and pasted the eye because, you know, work harder, or work smarter, not harder. And then I am just kind of laying down those colors. I really enjoy how I did the eyes. I think the heart accents kind of lit up the colors, or lit up the character quite well. And then at this point, I believe I merged most of the layers together on one layer. So I am working on one layer at this point, I believe. And I'm just going in and refining the details of the hair. I jump around quite a bit, so these are a little hard to narrate sometimes. And then I'm just kind of going in and adding some shading to the character, trying to figure out, the character had like polka dots in some parts of the images, but she also had hearts. And then my recording deleted, so I lost quite a bit of footage, unfortunately. So here I am filling in the dress with some polka dots, and then I decided to add some blue kind of ambient lighting to the character. And then you can see that bag I ended up adding to the character as well, using the liquify tool to kind of shorten and lengthen parts of her hair because I noticed that it was pretty uneven. And I honestly struggle with getting hair strands that are really curly like this to kind of make sense. They end up kind of looking more like scribbles, in my opinion. Just very messy and nonsensical, so I'm not a big fan of doing hair like this, but it was what the character had, so I decided to just keep it. And as you can see, I'm just kind of going in and finishing up the hands. I really wish that recording did not delete, because I lost quite a bit of footage from this drawing. And then just going in and getting that peace sign looking good, using the selection tool to cut out some accents that need to be erased, but I didn't want to mess up my drawing. Refining some hair strands, and then getting the shoulder kind of cleaned up. Decided to add some darker nail polish to the character. The pinky looks a little funky, I'm not gonna lie, but. And then here I am refining the other hand and then the bracelet on her wrist. And now I spent some time, I believe, working on the legs and the tail. And then I start working on the shoes a bit. Like I said, I jump around quite a bit, so these can be a little hard to narrate when I don't have a script. And then adding a bit of an outline to the tail so that it doesn't blend in as much with the background. And then just kind of cleaning up some details. I am kind of at the final part of the piece, so I'm just kind of cleaning up some accents, making the purse kind of look a little less flat. And then adjusting some shadows, cleaning up some edges. And then, yeah, like I said, these hair strands, this type of curly hair is difficult for me, so I, was trying to clean it up and make it look less like nonsense as much as I could. Added some more shadows to the chest area, and then cleaned up the cowbell a little bit more, made it look a little better. And then at this point, I am essentially done with the piece. I'm just kind of adding some extra ruffle details. And then I stamped my signature and added chromatic aberration to the piece. And then set my signature to overlay. And this is the final drawing. I'm quite pleased with her. I think the design is cute. I think it makes more sense than the AI generated one. I hope that you enjoyed it as well. If you enjoy this type of video, go ahead and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I do have a Discord linked below where you're welcome to share your art and chit chat with me and other artists. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.